I'm Gemma, Millie Dowler's older sister. No parents should ever have to be told that their murdered daughter's mobile phone was hacked. Some members of the press have been effectively allowed to bully both ordinary and well-known people, all in the pursuit of a good story. We couldn't say anything during this court case to make sure that those involved got a fair trial. But now that it is over, I want to speak out about what I think should happen next to make sure that something good comes out of these terrible events. We have known for ages that serious crimes were being committed on a major scale in parts of the press. Ordinary people have suffered terribly from journalists who recklessly intruded into private grief and stole private information. And now those same newspaper groups who let us down so badly before have set up another meaningless regulator called Ipso. This is just the newspapers looking after themselves. Something needs to be done to make sure what happened to my family doesn't happen again. But there are other equally worrying problems. And most important and damaging of all is the incestuous relationship between our top politicians and the press. For example, Tony Blair, the Prime Minister, when Millie disappeared, didn't phone us when he heard that Millie's phone had been hacked. But when he heard that the police were investigating Rebecca Brooks, he phoned her to offer his support. 3 long years have passed since my meeting with David Cameron and the other party leaders. We were pleased he was prepared to initiate the Leveson inquiry into press ethics. However, I have not forgotten the promises that were made to my family and all of the other victims of press intrusion. Listen to what David Cameron said on oath to Lord Justice Leveson.
I will never forget meeting with the Dowler family in Downing Street to run through the terms of this inquiry with them and to hear what they'd been through and how it had redoubled, trebled the pain and agony they'd been through over losing Millie. You know, I'll never forget that. And that's the test of all this. Is not do the politicians feel happy or the press feel happy with what we get. It's are we really protecting people who've been caught up and absolutely thrown to the wolves by this process. That's what the test is.
Many of the victims, including my parents, had to relive some terrible tragedies when they gave evidence about press abuse. They did that in the hope and expectation that the Prime Minister would make sure things changed, as he promised. Having gone to the expense of holding the inquiry, surely all the party leaders should now keep their promises and fully implement Lord Justice Leveson's proposals. My message to the Prime Minister and all the party leaders is this. This new fake regulator Ipso falls way short of Lord Justice Leveson's recommendations and is nowhere near good enough. Please keep your promise to us, the victims, that you will deliver real and permanent change to make sure what happened to us will never happen again.